So every morning I do that. Every morning, every late morning. About 11 o'clock. By the time I've had a cup of tea. I'm still doing my tea every morning. No leaf tea here, only tea bags. But yeah, I swim 8 lengths without stopping now. Fairly quickly, well, as quick as I can swim, so I'm not the best swimmer. And then I go under the massage thing for a good 10-15 minutes normally. And then I have another little 2 lengths. And then my fingers all end up all sprinkled up. I've been in here so long. It's another cloudy day. I've been here a month now nearly. And I've only used my sunglasses once. Work that one out. Not sure how much you can hear out of all that. It's quite noisy, wasn't it? But so I feel definitely running out of days. I've got 13 days left, and I definitely stayed in this place too long. There's so many other places in Phuket I could have explored, different areas, of beach areas. The weather's been against me, of course, so all it means is I might have to come back again and do a bit more. But I'm doing 4 days in Rawai from tomorrow. And then I go into Phuket Old Town, which would be quite interesting because I'm staying in a very famous hotel. A very famous film was made there. Someone very famous slept there allegedly. So that's going to be fun. And then the last few days I'm going to go up towards the airport because I think there's still a problem getting to the airport. The main road to the airport is still under repair after the landslide. So I want to get myself up quite closer to the airport so I don't miss my flight. I've thought about extending the time here, changing my flight, but I've got stuff to do at home with family. I need to see my dad, I need to see Auntie Hilda, I need to see my daughter Scarlett and grandson Dylan. Especially now he's had a smart haircut. So I've got stuff to do there, but then I'll be off again, maybe go to Spain sometime towards the end of November. Early December. Anyway, I might finish off today by going to the beach. By the beach, but it's really cloudy still. It's just not been sunbathing weather this whole month. David's back in his rightful place though. So he's happy. They're all happy. I thought the noise might have got to me, but it's quite noisy, but they turn the pump off at night anyway, and in the daytime I'm not often here, so I don't really hear it. But as you can see, still most days pretty much get the place to myself, which is good. Okay, so this is my last day on Kata beach. I've only been here twice, I think. So it's strange. Back at the hotel, it was a bit cloudy and overcast. It's over there somewhere. And on the beach, it's really warm now. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. I've had my tea, and now I'm going to get something to eat for the first time. Going to walk up the top here for Joanne because there's a reggae bar. It's the restaurant where I ate the other day, but when you're looking at it now to the right, there's like a little reggae bar, and you can sit on the different stones and rocks. So I'm going to go there later on after I've had something to eat and have a drink, and have a drink there and show Joanne the flamingo. But and also the sign, enjoy yourself, it's later than you think, enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. Mistakes I've made. Maybe biggest mistake was I've been brave enough to move apartments. The apartment was so nice, cleaned every day, lovely and cool at night. You could control the aircon and the swimming and everything else. It's perfect, really. So I'm very happy to have stayed there. Maybe I did stay there too long. On the other hand, still got 2 more weeks. Now I'm going to do a lot of travelling. I'm going to move at least 2 times, maybe 3 times. Even with that great big bloody suitcase. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit more. When I go to Rawai, I'm going to make a promise to myself here on the camera. I will visit a couple of islands. There's a couple of islands that are quite close to Rawai. The James Bond Island, which is a very visually stunning one, of course. That's right at the top of Phuket. So maybe when I go up to the top of Phuket to get closer to the airport, maybe that's where, maybe I'll do that then. Jimmy Surf School, still teaching people. It's good, really. I can't do any of that because my knee joint is so loose, it would just fall out. So I'm not doing any of that. Then come back here and have a lounger for a few hours. Only the 3rd day I've actually used my sunglasses, and I haven't really got any sunburn or suntan yet after a month. But then, as I said, luckily I've got kind of a year on and off to do this, and the fact that the first couple of weeks I got bogged down in the Charm Hotel mainly because of the bloody rain, day and night. So it's better for me to do it again, do some more travelling in another time. I think in Spain, end of November, early December, pop over to Spain for a couple of weeks, start exploring Spain more. As I've said, people who know me, it's one of the few places where I might end up buying a little bolt hole. Well, I looked today for rental in Spain. 10 days in Spain is like 1,500 quid for 10 days in Spain. Spain, it's been said many times by many, it's not cheap anymore, Spain. But maybe if I have a place I don't live there all the time and I rent it out, that might be a good idea. Get some income. These boys are teaching him. Here he goes. 1, 2, 3. Good. You got it. Now go. So yeah, this is a little scar bar. Walk over the little plank. It's a little scar bar where I should go and have a drink in a little while. And Joanne's little flamingo, I think, is round the corner here. Maybe not. This is one thing that people have pointed out on a lot of the vlogs I watch, where they just don't clear up their mess properly, which is a real shame, because right next to a really nice place there's a mess. That looks quite an interesting place to stay, doesn't it? Can't see that bloody flamingo now. Have you seen it already, Joanne? And I've missed it. It's more likely the case, isn't it? Let's go back and have another look. Then I need to eat. I haven't eaten all day. There he is. There he is. Just for John. Pretty flamingo. So I'll see you there later for a drink. Oh, I was going to say beer. Third day, no alcohol. Let's see. He's going for it, look. Come on, my son. Thumbs up to plates. He's going to give it a go. Wow, look at this prawn cocktail. Who wouldn't fall in love with something like that, huh? You think it's got no Thousand Island, but you have your own. You put your own Thousand Island on. As much as you like. Well, it's got egg in it as well. Brilliant. Very nice. I'm going to enjoy this. Prawns are warm. All pre-prepared. Absolutely amazing. After the colour of the prawn cocktail, the omelette was a bit disappointing. Not any salad at all on it. But I do like an omelette, and it's a Thai omelette with crab and other fish meat in it. So that'll be interesting, I guess. Let's get stuck in and see. So I had all that for the princely sum of £13. 2 drinks. I had to get a bottle of water because a bit of the omelette went down the wrong way and I was coughing, couldn't stop bloody coughing. So the water's pretty much fixed that now, and I've got my eye on getting down there, having them 2 loungers or the 1 lounger, getting in the sun for a couple of hours. Cost of the lounges are 200 baht, which again is £4 or £5, and obviously you can have them all day, so that's where I'm heading. Disappointed with the omelette, no salad at all, nothing. So it tasted good, but needed a bit of salad with it. There we go. I'm going to be a Brit. I'm going to lay out in the sun. I'm going to go in the sea first. Then I got a little shade, and he charged me 100 baht because I'm only having 1 lounger and 1 parasol. So that's pretty good, really. 100 baht. Let's get in the sea, shall we? So there's no doubt about it. It's easier and safer for me to swim in the pools rather than the sea. It's alright. What I have noticed, well, there's one there now, there's not really any red flags about. Well, if I stand there, there's not really any red flags about. There's very few red flags compared to what they used to be. How is it saying we're not swimming in this area? I don't know. But it's very, very calm out there today. Very calm indeed, different from a few days ago. The other thing, and I'm going to turn the camera around to show you, I didn't realise, or have I shown you before, look to my left ear, this ear, that's my right ear. You can see Big Buddha up on the mountain. So you've got Big Buddha on the camera and Big Buddha up on the mountain. 2 for 1. Joanne's little reggae bar back there behind me. I'll be going up there later for a drink. Let's turn the camera around and zoom in on Big Buddha. There he is. Let's zoom in. When you're down here on the beach, the white really stands out. It's really good. And contradicting everything I said, it says do not swim in this area. I don't know, everybody is swimming in the area. But there are lifeguards about blowing whistles all the time. Maybe there are still rip currents out there. I'm not sure, but there was no, I didn't feel any currents out there, but I didn't go out any deeper than what I could stand up. And as I say, the swimming pools are for me, really. So let's get and do some serious sunbathing. Episode 11, Neil, the missing crypto queen. I'm going for it. This man changing my glasses, look, because I like the colour, I like the brown. And now he's going to unscrew them and change them for me, maybe. Good price, we need. And he's also got these bad boys, which Scarlett definitely needs a pair. Well, she doesn't need a pair, but I want her to have a pair. He's doing a good job switching the sides, because the other one, these ones aren't polarized and the other ones are polarized, and they're definitely, even though they're fake, the difference is quite substantial on the polarized ones. You can look at the sun a lot more. We just got to sort out a good deal really, and then I got to go and get some bar. He's going to walk me to the bloody cash machine. So I broke the 3-day rule. Broke it for myself really, but I come up here and sat with I couldn't sit with the pink flamingo because there's a guy sat there which I've just literally cropped out of the screen because he keeps looking at me wondering why I'm trying to get him in the screen, which of course I'm not. Trying to get the pink flamingo in the screen. When I switch the camera to the other side, it's a better view of the reggae bar. 80 baht a beer again, so £1.60, £1.80 a bottle of beer on the beach in Kata. Kata. There's a pink flamingo now on this shoulder, look. And there's the guy who keeps looking at me because he thinks I'm trying to get him in it. He's smoking a doobie. So yeah, cheers Joanne. Good health to you, my friend. And we might have a couple more here now we've started, I suppose. Who knows? Leo. Leo the lion. I did the deal with the guy. Earpods, £15 a set. I actually lost a set of the proper official Apple ones once, and so if I'm liable to lose them, I'm better off to take the other ones out really at 15 quid a set. Not a bad deal. And Ray-Bans were maybe £5. Polarised lens, and the lenses were definitely different. Let me just show you. Let me just show you, let me stop. So yeah, I tried an ordinary pair on, and these are polarised lens. And although they're fake polarised lens, they did make a difference from the normal ones. I tried my genuine Ray-Bans, tried non-polarised, and I tried polarised, and the polarised were much better. So what we had to do, the polarised ones had black sides and I like the one with the brown sides. So what we had to do was unscrew them and refix them. And his eyesight was definitely a lot worse than mine. Maybe it's a good job I had my eyes lasered. But managed to swap the sides over. So for £5 or £6 really, they're okay. Of course they're not as good as the real ones, but they're okay. You lose them, you damage them or whatever, it's really not the end of the world, is it? Cheers everyone. So it's pretty good. I was thinking that the one thing you take for granted once you go anywhere abroad in the hotter climates is the weather. Even when it was raining all those days, it was still nice and warm. So I kind of forget how cold it might be in the UK right now. And you take it for granted that it's going to be warm every day. Anyway, it's not a bad place to be stuck with a beer and a view like this at the reggae bar, Kata Beach. There he is now, look Joanne, your little friend. See him? Happy holidays. So one last point as I leave Kata Beach for the last time on this trip. I get what Gay Adams was saying, how I wasn't selling it to her. And the thing is, that walk I did yesterday in a lot of the areas, they're not very pretty now. You've got, I listened to a Thai news report today, and it said something like 40% of all the places are closed. So they're talking big hotel resorts, small hotels, small guest house, big restaurants, chains of restaurants, independent restaurants and bars. 40% closed. So there's a trade-off really. That place I was in, Swati Village, £36 a night. The normal price for that is about £90 a night, looking at what I've seen. And you pay £90 a night. A European person pay £90 a night to be there all day long. So the trade-off is, if everything was back to normal and everything was open and it was all lively, imagine all the hordes of people that would be here. I mean, it's busy enough for me right now. I like it like this. You get too busy, it's just crazy really. So at the beach is busy, man, look at it. There's plenty of people here. So if you want it any busier, because when it all comes back and it all looks lovely and everywhere's busy, prices will double. They've already gone up apparently, but the fact that they've already gone up and they're still not very much shows what's going on. They're just happy to have you here. So there we are, Gay. Maybe I could say this, because it's nicer down on the beach really every day, if you can put up with the sand. There's a downside to everything, isn't there? I can find a downside to everything, definitely. There's a guy who was doing the exercising the other day. He inspired me to stay on the lounger a bit longer. So yeah, you can always find a downside to everything. I like it, and I've definitely took for granted the fact that it's warm. I forgot that it's November back in England now, so it's going to be cold weather time. So 2 more weeks. Let's see if I can do a bit more in the last 2 weeks than I did in the first month. Let's hope so.